Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I will be ranking the Phantasm series from worst to first. This is going to be my easiest ranking to date, and in a moment you'll see why. So sit back, relax, and let the show begin. Number 5 is Phantasm Ravager. As a huge fan of the Phantasm franchise, there are no bad films to me, but you'll have to be a die-hard fan to enjoy this installment. It's also the first not directed by Don Coscarelli. And during production, Angus Scrimm passed away, so some scenes you can tell they CGI'd another actor's face to make it appear as the tall man. And although all the original cast, among others, returned, I get sad vibes knowing that with the death of the tall man, this beloved franchise has come to an ultimate end. Number 4 is Phantasm 4, Oblivion. Part 4 continues where Part 3 left off. I really enjoy the isolated desert feel when Mike is alone. Reggie is always great, and it was interesting to see the tall man as a regular person when Mike travels to the year where the tall man first creates the portal. Out of the original 4 installments, this is the weakest one. It's complex, it's low budget, and there's a lot of holes in the plot, but that's what we love about Phantasm in the first place. This one's still fun to revisit once in a while. Number 3 is Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. The third installment sees A. Michael Baldwin return as Mike. There's a great scene where he's in the hospital and he's dreaming of walking down a tunnel towards a white light. As he approaches closer, the tall man appears and says, "You think when you die you go to heaven? You come to us." That scene always stuck with me for some reason. I really love Part 3. I love the desolate towns and the road trip vibes. Reggie is great, always trying to find a woman to keep him warm at night. And I love the ending when the tall man and his balls got Reggie pinned in the corner. This movie is a blast. Number 2 is Phantasm Part 2. With a $3 million budget this time, this was going to be a much bigger production than the original, so the producers felt like they needed better actors. They replaced A. Michael Baldwin with James LaGrosse, and Bill Thornbury as Jody would not be returning. I really love this sequel. Again, great desolate locations and great road trip vibes. And one of the greatest weapons ever created in film history. That attached double shotgun is really something. Reggie is great again. He even finds a girl that loves his bald head. So that was nice. I still love watching this one today. Number 1 is Phantasm. Oh yeah, the original classic. There's only 2 things that bother me about this one, but first I'll start with the great things. The atmosphere, the graveyard mausoleum setting is just too perfect. That music score is second only to John Carpenter's Halloween in my opinion. I really enjoy the original 3 characters of Reggie, Mike, and Jody. I love that song that Reggie and Jody played together on the porch. I've been sitting here at midnight. I've been sitting here at noon. Movies in the 70s and 80s were just magic. Now for the 2 things that bother me nowadays. Number 1 is that finger bug flying around scene. It's just a bit too tough to watch nowadays. And number 2 is when the tall man transforms into the woman and lures the men into the cemetery. I just find it takes a little too long making out with the men. He's being like felt up for 3 minutes before he finally decides to kill the guy. It's like, is that necessary? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed that. Anyways, it's still a classic, and I love this movie today. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the list, and take care. Bye.
This is all about. You think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.
Egler.